So imagine now you've got core sort of parts, you've got a quit, you've got a bit of a play, you've got an environment that can move around in, and you just want to get some feedback from people about some of the mechanics that you've got. Is the speed right? Should certain scenes be loading in the certain ways? What is the art like? So what you probably want to do is go and actually export your project. So what we want to do then is go and configure it. So we're just going to go into our project settings. We've got all the different options, like localization, any sort of plugins, and general. But our key part, we're going to go project, export, and there are no presets by default, so we need to go and add these in. So I'm going to add, and let's say we just want to build for Windows Desktop or web. Android requires a bit more effort, but let's just look at, say, Windows Desktop to start with. It's got a few little errors, so we're just going to say, cool, we've got all these bits here. So saying export templates for this platform are missing. So we're going to manage those, and we'll just say, hey, download and install them. Also note that at the time of recording this, the Godot engine website is down, so pulling up the list of mirrors is not going to work. So there is an alternative, which is going to downloads.tuxfamily.org, and then you can pick out the stable export templates. So downloads.tuxfamily.org/Godot engine, and then we've got the different version that we can access it. So it can take a little bit of time to download though. Alternatively, if you can get to a backup of the Cloudflare page, you can access the export templates on their site. So we'll let these sort of manually download, and then we'll go through the process of installing them. So we can see here we've got the export templates downloaded. So we'll just go install from file. Let's go to that location. And it will bring in basically all of the input settings. You only will need to really do this once per version, but it can take a little bit of time, so we'll just let that run in the background. So what we're going to do here is we'll go export, make a build, and then we'll bring it up onto itch.io. Okay, so we can see these are installed and running. It looks like we've got the 4.03 version, so hopefully they are still going to run. Let's just try that. Export. Yep, so we've got our Windows. Let's just export it. Okay, what I'm going to do is just set up a folder. Godot exports, and we're going to Super Game V 0.01. Very much in alpha. Debug. We can sort out some of our settings. So then I'm just going to export. Super Game. Okay, and it looks like we actually do need the same version, so let's try and just go and grab version. So just due to the different versions, what we're just going to do is just save this all up, close out of Godot 4 and switch over to Godot 4.0.3. So let's just take that out and let's just run this. from here. Not ideal, but sometimes it's what we need to do. Thankfully it's found my previous versions. We'll just do a little run, just check this is actually working. Yep. Cool, so the game still works. Let's go into our export settings. Okay, so now it's actually found those. Okay, this little yellow is basically just for the app icon, but we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to click export the project. Supergame.exe. Not too worried about that, that's just our icon. Let's go have a look in our D drive under Godot exports, and we've got Supergame version 0.1. And we've got our game fully working. So what we're now going to do is jump into itch.io